It all began when Monarch arrived in the middle of 2021, ushering in a new era of war, darkness, and power struggles within Wrath. The release of Monarch birthed a fierce battle for supremacy between two legendary heroes, the Shadow Runeblade, Chane, and the swift, deadly ninja, Katsu, as they won many battles between the 12 original heroes. Their dominance was undeniable, their strength overwhelming, as they reigned supreme in the early days. Their battle style was perfectly suited to the uncertainty of those early years, a shadowy dance of trickery, precise strikes, and devastating magical prowess. As 2021 drew to a close, a shift began in the air, a change that was tangible to all those who had fought in the shadows of these two titans. The arrival of Briar, Lexi, and Aldim injected new blood into the fray, each representing different elements of the world, each determined to carry their own legacy. Of the three, Briar, with a mastery of lightning and earth, was the first to stand toe-to-toe with Chane and Katsu, rapidly making a name for herself as she became a fierce rival to the duo. However, as the first month of 2022 passed, it was clear that the horizon held even greater promises. Everfirst emerged in February 2022, bringing with it a festival of power. The tournament grounds were alive with the sounds of combat and the release of new tools for every hero. And yet, amid the revelry, one hero emerged from the crowd, dazzling the world with his strength, his style, and his larger-than-life personality. Bravo, star of the show, a towering brute of a fighter, a guardian mastering all the elements, swiftly dominated the scene, clinching victory after victory and rising to such prominence that within only 4 short months he became a living legend. His grand victory was not only a testament to his strength, but to the power of Everfirst's gift, a harbinger of the ever-changing tides of flesh and blood. But Bravo's reign was not to last. The Everfirst set had also bestowed powerful new tools to other factions, tools that would shape the future of the game. Among them were new capabilities for Runeblades, Chane, Viserai, and Briar, all of whom rose to prominence as the dominant threat in the world of flesh and blood. The destruction they could summon made them fierce contenders, and most of the heroes soon found themselves overshadowed by the relentless advance of the Runeblades. One hero, however, refused to bow before the dominance of the Runeblades, Prisms, the protector of the light. Armed with the newfound auras granted by Everfirst, she stood as a shining beacon against the darkness, using her strength to repel the Runeblade's ever-growing power. Prism's discipline and steadfast resilience were the only things that could halt the onslaught of the Runeblades, as her auras created an impenetrable defense against their relentless attacks. For a time, it seems as though the world of flesh and blood had found its equilibrium, Runeblade at the helm, with Prism standing resolute against them. Yet, even amidst this, the shadows continue to loom, and as 2022 reached its halfway point, one final shift will change the course of the game. Chane, the very embodiment of shadow and destruction, earned its statue as a living legend in June 2022. His rise to this legendary statue marked the end of an era, leaving Prism and Briar to battle for the supremacy he had left behind. The clash between Prism and Briar was inevitable, a clash that would determine who would hold the mantle of the new force of Flesh and Blood. It all came to a head in a grand final in Lille, September 2022, where the two warriors met on the battlefield. With fierce will and a display of sheer strength, Prism stood victorious, becoming the next living legend before Briar could claim the title for herself. The elements, it seems, were no match for the power of light. As the year drew to a close, the world of Flesh and Blood shifted once more. Briar's influence waned, her power fading as the last embers of her former glory flickered out. Meanwhile, a new generation of fighters, the Romayan dragons, the draconic ninja Fai, and the ice-cold Icelanders emerged from the release of uprisings to challenge the established order. These new heroes quickly proved their worth, claiming victories and rising through the ranks. The older heroes who had once battled to climb the ladder of wrath now found themselves tested by these new challengers. With the stage set for a new generation of champions to claim their place in the halls of history, the world of Flesh and Blood was once again poised for change, and so the cycle of legend continued, as the champions of the past watched the new heroes rise, knowing that the true nature of this battle, this Flesh and Blood war, was far from over. The end of 2022 was but a pause in the eternal struggle for supremacy. What new legend will be born in the years to come? Only time will tell.